Greetings, my name is Gershan Barnard, okay, and hopefully today's video will be quick because I'll be talking about something I actually have no business talking about, okay. But if you are talking about something where it's not really your place for you to say something on, then why bother to talk on the subject matter? The reason for that, it's simple, it's because I'm an observer, okay. Obviously, because that's part of how I learn. It's part of my learning process by just observing, okay. And I'm seeing some sort of a pattern. When I say pattern, I'm referring to the repetitive aspects of it, okay. Yes, I'm referring to the repetitive aspects of it. Is to say this is something where it's reoccurring, like it's a reoccurring thing, okay. And so because it is reoccurring, I'm like, okay, subject and object, it seems like there's now some sort of a convolution, some sort of a, how should I put it, for now let's call it an overlap. So I'm like, so let me say something on it, and then hopefully my opinion will bring some form of inoculation, and then maybe we can have not necessarily a different interpretation moving forward, but an alternative, as to say, instead of A, why don't we try B? Fundamentally, A is different from B, but instead of putting the focus on A, let's try and explore B, and hopefully that outcome would be reached within the coming days, coming weeks, or coming months, or it might never be reached, okay. Yeah, so here goes. The thing that I'm going to be talking about now is the marriage of, I think it's Jada Pinkett and Will Smith. Yes, Jada Pinkett, she recently, I'm just going to refer to as Jada. She recently went about, obviously advertising her books, doing interviews and stuff, giving her version of events, or just basically, yeah, giving her version of events, and then her opinions and stuff. And everywhere where you look, okay, people are basically nailing her, like they are making funny memes and stuff out of Jada, because of some of the controversial stuff that she is saying. I don't know, but some of the stuff apparently that she's been saying is stuff like Tupac Shakur, the late Tupac Shakur, the rapper. Apparently, he's like a soulmate and stuff. And people are like, no, you can't say that. You are in a marriage, whatever. Obviously, whether or not she really said that is besides the point. Because now, remember, when you start generating memes and stuff, now you are distorting reality. Because now we are at a point where we don't even know what's true anymore. Okay? So, yeah. But I'm giving an executive summary, meaning I'm not referring to anything specific. My objective here is just basically to give an overview, and then hopefully to form a conclusion based upon that overview. Okay, right. So Jada is going around and she's saying some controversial stuff. Some of the stuff is, like I said, with regards to her marriage, or the quality or the state of her marriage, okay. And then the public is now lambasting her. The public is now crucifying her, as to say, no, you can't say this, you can't say that. And largely so, majority of the people there, they now feel sorry for Will Smith. Oh no, Will Smith, you made a mistake. Why did you marry a woman like this? Da 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 da. And I sit and I look at this, and I'm at a point where I'm now irritated, because I'm like, wait, just how stupid and close-minded are these people? Like, let's talk about that. The reason why I say stupid and close-minded, Neds, let me go deeper now. Okay, right. Eminem released the Relapse album. Okay, he released the Relapse album. If you listen to the sonic texture of the Relapse album, if you listen to the lyrical dexterity, if you just listen to how he is mashing thoughts together on that album, if you listen to the level of creativity on that album, you sit back and then you're like, this album, it's a sort of masterpiece. Okay? But because the subject matter is something where people are like, no, 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 that's not for me. Like, whatever, yes, this is nice, yes, you're rhyming words and stuff, but the thing that you are talking about, it's not for me. Because of that, what happens? Now people reject the body of work. And we're like, okay, so now you're rejecting the body of work. It's fine. But here's the thing, it's a masterpiece. It's a piece of, it's just like something that like was born out of a genius. But because you don't agree or don't like the subject matter, now you reject it. Simply meaning now you are subtracting from a high quality body of work. Okay? And that is what we call close-mindedness. If I'm having a bad day, I would call it stupid. If you were to pull that move on me while I was having a bad day, I would call you stupid. I might even punch you in the face, okay? Yeah, so what's my point? My point now is I don't have a problem with what Jada is saying. Why? Because a marriage for me, it's a space, it is an ecosystem, it is a habitat within which you should be able to fully express yourself. Like, fully express yourself. Okay? Let's say, for instance, your husband is saying X and you are saying Y. Your husband, there should be enough space in the marriage for him to say, listen, X, I believe in X. For the rest of my life, I want to do X. And then the wife, she should say, listen, according to my background and everything, I was raised in a way where I'm now looking at Y. And from this point forward, I want to implement Y. Okay? Now, why is this important? This is important now because a lot of marriages, what people don't know now is that a lot of marriages are actually a bunch of prison cells. Like you're in a prison cell and then you're like, no, I'm married. No, you're not married. What you are is you're like a lion trapped in a cage. You can no longer hunt. So when I say hunt, I'm not referring to anything else. What I'm referring to is giving into your natural inclination, your natural instincts. Okay? A typical example would be, let's assume Tupac is Jada's soulmate. I mean, so what? So what? Okay, you have a soulmate and he passed away. I mean, so what? Who cares? But you should be given the space where you can say that and it is safe for you to say that. Where you can say that and you are free, meaning you are at liberty to say that. Where you say that and then we listen to you and then we're like, okay, that's a fair point. Like, express yourself, like give us your thoughts, give us your interpretation. But just because we are giving you that space, that doesn't mean that we agree with you. So marriage, in my opinion, ultimately, it's something where I look at a lot of marriages and I'm like, you can see the husband is suffocating. I mean, you can see the wife is suffocating. You can see someone's dream here is busy dying. I mean, it's something where just by observing, I mean, they can just walk in the mall and then you can see, no, that's a wife whose dream is dead, like half dead. Like within the next 2 to 3 weeks, her dreams, whatever it is, will be completely dead. I'm not saying that to like disrespect certain marriages. I'm saying that because it's true. Why? You are in a marriage where you can't pursue your goals and dreams. You are in a marriage where you can't express yourself fully. You are in a marriage where you can't give your opinion on a subject matter. Like, what is that? That to me, like, it's a prison. So yeah.